I don't think making money is so easy. I don't think it's linked to any purpose anyway. You're just making money is simple. If you understand the principles of making money, whether you're Christian, whether you're Muslim, it doesn't matter. You'll make money.
True.
As long as you follow the principles. And then there comes fulfillment, purpose, living a life that impacts other people, which becomes a totally different story.
Yeah.
We know a lot of people that have a lot of money, but they're unfulfilled.
Yeah. Because it's what I'm talking about when I talk about spirituality. Spirituality is an individual thing. I'll keep saying this. It's not about the church that I go to. It's not about me standing in front of people and screaming out God's name. At the end of the day, when I'm with God and it's just the two of us, we all know. Then there's an emotional side of a human being, right? Now, the one example I always use is that as people, we always say, I love you with all my heart, right? And when you if you did biology, you'll know that
I failed, man.
Askis, let me teach you then a bit of biology. In biology, the core function of the heart is to pump blood. That's it. The heart has no feelings at all. Feelings are in your head. They start from the side of your brain that controls your emotions.
Yeah.
So you've got two sides of your brain, the emotional side and the other side that will control your intelligence, your whatever, either your ability to reason. Then there's another side that'll allow you to see with your eyes and so forth, right? So if you think about it, when you talk about emotions, you talk about a heart, but it's really a head because it's a choice. Goes back to what I'm saying. Your brain has two sides. Both of them are used to make a choice, right? Sometimes your emotional side will overpower your rational side. That's why people end up with depression, stress, blah, 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 because the emotional side sometimes cannot handle everything that's going on. And you need amaphilisi to balance out Leo emotion that's going on. And then it has to balance it and lean more towards the rational side of things.
So I've heard guys say, I don't believe in depression. They would say that. I don't believe in depression because why would I give my power away? So if I say I believe in this thing, it means I'm saying I don't have control over what's happening. So if I'm going through it, I would rather go through it. I won't take any pills. What's your take on that? Are they right according to how they're applying their two brains?
True. It's their strength, emotionally and spiritually. Because depression and anxiety is both emotional and spiritual. Some people have anxiety and depression based on whatever traumas that they went through in their lives and didn't deal with them. So like I said, the brain will suppress that. It's the brain that's doing that, right? They have such a strong rational side of their brain that it's able to block away all those emotional anger, hurt, pain, and they're able to reason. Even if then I'm like this. But you must realize that's why they always say most of us need to go for counseling because Leonto might come back one day. You never know. Something could trigger it in my brain. The brain is a very, very, very crucial thing in all of us. It's probably the most important organ we've got. And it's important to take care of it. And it's important to try and understand that my brain is not your brain. Yabo, how you think is not how I think. What you're going through in your head is not what I'm going through. That's why it can't be easy for you to say, hi, lawyer Tefa, I get depression, I get anxiety, blah, 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 blah. Because remember, even children who hang themselves or commit suicide of some form go through those mental challenges that are combined with spiritual challenges. Because most of the time, they'll always tell you, something in me said, Veluhamboy hang. Yabo? That's the other side of the brain that's overpowering them. So we need to take these mental health issues very seriously because they're very serious and we should not take them for granted. The things we say have an impact on people. The things we do have an impact on people, which is what I'm going to steal and sneak in quickly. Yeah. That people have become such bullies now. You know, people bully people with words because the internet has created that hub, that safe haven for people to just be cruel to other people. And you don't know what role you're contributing into a person's mental health. And you could be destroying that person bit by bit, you know. And people take this for granted because they think, vele she's in public or vele he's in public. It doesn't kill to be nice, you know. You can make a comment about whatever it is that you have an opinion on, but just try and keep it clean, keep it nice, because there's a person at the end of the day, a person with feelings and a brain.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, because especially if you are in the public eye, it's as if you must be willing to take it. You must just
be Rambo.
You must be Rambo and be staring and just take it. So I've got a question that I want to ask you on the Rado watch that you had worn, right?
Yes.
And it's triggered by what you just explained in terms of the right side of your brain, which is rational, and the emotional side of your brain, which is on the left, wherever.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. So what the rational or the emotional side, you go on to this competition or you get selected in an Oprah Winfrey is it show?
No, it was a women's event,
Women's empowerment event.
Yeah.
You win this. The rational side is saying, it's a beautiful watch. Keep it for yourself. And you decide, as young as you were, I don't know how old you were at the time.
I was 23.
23?
Yeah.
At 23, a Rado watch is very nice for a 23-year-old.
I know, right?
You decide that you are going to run an auction for this. And when it's bought, you're giving that money to charity.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? And it speaks to also building yourself up as a brand, publicly and intentionally. Was it a PR stunt?
At 23.
I mean, 23-year-olds are smart, right? Was it a PR stunt or you really wanted to do that?
Yeah.
Which ultimately became PR, right? So we're all doing PR, intentionally or unintentionally.
Well, to be honest, at that time...
I mean, a billionaire bought the watch.
Yeah.
You couldn't have known a billionaire is going to buy it.
Right.
But had you not done it,
a
billionaire wouldn't have bought it. Eventually, one day, the billionaire gave you 1 million rand to start a business.
Well, that was just 1 million. But in the other 4 years, he gave me about 500,000. So he consistently funded this project. So
he gave you 1 million
in total,
to start?
probably like about 3 million or so that is invested in the project or so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways.
All because of a watch you gave away.
So at the time, remember, I'm just a young person who just loves radio here. I don't understand the intricacies of the media and whatever. And at the time, Mina, I'm not in the media space. Angiko at the forefront of the show. I'm behind the scenes. I'm the producer of one of the biggest breakfast shows in the land, which was the Alex and the Crew. So I'm not doing this because I'm known. Nobody knows me, you know. At the time, I'm just doing it because that's what I wanted to see.
And social media is not famous.
No, there's no social media. You know, it wasn't that big.